Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. Hopefully, you guys all tuned into my live stream earlier this morning where we talked about XRP hitting the infamous $1.69, but it also hit about $1.74. And it left a lot of people wondering, should I be buying XRP right now? What is the situation? What is happening? And what, Dusty, do you think is going to happen next? So I want to make some logic out of this move for you guys and why we actually predicted really quite correct a couple of days ago and what our next prediction is going to be. Having said that, if you are enjoying the daily crypto updates, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. The subscription just helps out a little bit so you're notified every time, and the like helps with the YouTube algorithm. And yeah, that's kind of that. So what we were discussing in a live stream yesterday, or the day before, the 11th, was right here. We said we want to have another bounce inside our blue area before we're going to decide something. And what we kind of decided upon was, okay, as long as we don't cross below this, we're in a bullish type of momentum. Let's call it like that. And we were waiting for this document from Ripple, one of the Ripple Alpha documents, to come out somewhere around the 12th. Now, as kind of moved on, the 12th year came by, it really rolled by, and the document was not yet released. I think it was like maybe 2 a.m. or something like that when the thing finally got released. Maybe it was even, I think it was like right around here, the document got released like 1 or 2 a.m. We were live streaming it, and we said as well, most likely people will adapt this in a positive sense, and the price will go up. Because basically the idea is, any document right now that comes out for the Ripple lawsuit, if it's positive, the price will go up. If it's negative, the price will go down, as the XRP price is literally reflecting the lawsuit right now, the faith in the lawsuit. And since the 12 right now was a quote-unquote positive date, we had a motion to dismiss from Chris Larson, a motion to dismiss from Brad Garlinghouse, and a motion to dismiss kind of side story. I don't know exactly what that is supposed to be from another guy. I don't know his name anymore. Check out over on Twitter if you want to. Now, since that all was kind of good and people liked it, people said it looked strong, well, the price most likely increased. And the faith in XRP kept increasing because people like these documents, people like to see it. And of course, you might also add some other speculatory pieces, like, for example, Coinbase relisting speculation. The Coinbase IPO is tomorrow, so a lot of people are excited about that. Some people are thinking, I noticed that it's going to hit Coinbase once more as well right at the IPO. I saw a lot of hype surrounding that number. Some people are putting up really high targets or really mediocre targets for XP Future, and people, of course, like that. Since they see that, maybe they're also buying in and stuff like that. I don't know. One thing I should say then is, well, should you buy, right? Because right now we've already hit this point, and I'm going to talk about where we're going to go in just a second for the next couple of days. But let me quickly say, should you buy right now? That's the big question. I made a video here explaining what exactly the current situation is looking like and when you should buy and when you shouldn't, right? I basically, in this video, didn't address it, but I used to do that all the time. Say, as long as Bitcoin keeps going up, and it right now just broke through. It finally broke through the kind of break we wanted, which is also partially why XRP is now able to rise since we broke out and went above all-time high. Since Bitcoin is breaking through, still going strong, altcoins will keep rising. The total altcoin market cap and just the total market cap in general will both keep going up as long as Bitcoin does not stay still for too long. And even if it stays still, as long as it doesn't go down and it makes lower lows, then things are really good. Again, you can see for Bitcoin on a little bit of a bigger perspective, it's still making higher lows right now. You can see the green type of lines. We want a new higher low to be made like right around here. Who cares where? It's just as long as it's higher, it's going to be good. And we will continue all this bullish momentum, which is what XRP and stuff can follow. Should you buy then? Well, it depends on your personal strategy, right? I would personally say the XRP price right now is high to where it was a week ago or even yesterday, but it's still low relatively to where it is about to go. And now I have a Patreon if you really want to know exactly where I am buying. If you want all those real in-depth things about what I'm doing, you can check that out, right? Because on this YouTube here, I can only give you so much. There's some stuff on Patreon about my own personal things that I'm doing. But in this case here, I'm just telling you guys, I still think it's going to be going up higher. Here's the Patreon, by the way. I still think it's going to be going up higher. I just think we might get a correction somewhere. And that correction, in my opinion, would look like this. Either it would be, for example, about a 15% correction, which is basically towards this level. I know it's a 1-minute chart. We're not analyzing this. We're just giving you guys some indications right here. Or a little bit further towards, let me quickly go on an hourly chart. Let's put auto, like right around this area here. Why? These are the two most important areas from before. And these are usually what the corrections are looking like in these big runs. For example, 2017-18, if we can quickly take that back in. Here, we did some measuring during the live stream as well. What we noticed was, okay, the average correction here is about 30 to 35%. Here it is about, let's see, about 27. Now, if you take the lower point even, see here about 31. Here it is about, we're not taking the biggest wave here because that's within one day. Here's about 31. About 35. About 35, right? You guys are seeing what I'm trying to say, right? That's basically the way that it's gone. I'm not taking the volatility within 1 day, maximum or minimum 2, because this one I don't think really counts. Like you need to take at least 2 days because that's within 1 day basically. But yeah, if you kind of measure that up, 35% is kind of on average. That could happen too. Would I be negative about that though? No, I wouldn't, because that would just mean I will buy more once it goes down. If you're buying right now, as long as you have a strategy in place, which we have over on Patreon as well, then yeah, it doesn't really matter whatever you do, because ultimately it's going to be good. We know XRP is at least going to hit this target. Why am I saying this target now though? Well, because what I've said before in the live stream and right now again is I think that the price reflects the lawsuit. And since we got an important day coming up, the 19th, so right around here, I was personally expecting it to go a little bit like this throughout the 19th, like just upwards, but mediocre, right? And then once that day hits, we might go sideways for a little right now until the 19th hits. Then we'll most likely just skyrocket just a little bit further, like we saw kind of today. Then the 20th, I would personally think the price should fall a little bit in anticipation of the 22nd, since the 19th is the motion to intervene by John Dean. That is basically to get us XP holders into this lawsuit. So that is right around here, the 19th. What's going to happen on the 22nd is the motion to strike Ripple's defense by the SEC. This is actually a negative thing for Ripple, because it's just going to be a motion to strike. So it's basically the SEC saying, hey, your defense, we don't think that's good, so we want to attack that one. That's kind of how you should see it. The lack of fair notice defense. And since that's just going to be a one-sided document, people might perceive that as negative. So that's why I think maybe the day before or maybe the day after the big pump, we're going to see a little bit of a correction happening, or at least a little bit of bearish news going to come out. Once more, guys, I'm still extremely bullish on XP, and I don't think this should be seen as a negative thing. I'm just saying what I think is going to happen, right? So I would say personally that it's more likely that it's just going to increase in price till about the 19th. Then the 19th, 20th, maybe something like that time, it's going to go down a little bit again because people are anticipating a negative thing in the lawsuit. But then again, I think from the 22nd on forward, which basically is once this whole SC document has come out, that the price will actually start gaining again. So we might end up at the same price here again on the 22nd before actually continuing on to our next level, which is about $2.10 as kind of a start of things. Because in the end, I think people will also notice all the SEC is doing here is delaying the inevitable. Because the SEC, in my own opinion, will lose this case. So it's basically waiting. We're basically waiting for it to be decided. But in the end, the verdict is already kind of there. Like we already are all kind of confirming that it is going to happen. Are you guys feeling me right there? It's like I already know it's going to happen. It's just kind of waiting for the inevitable. But yeah, all this stuff that the SEC is doing is just delaying, and hopefully one of these lawyers is going to just look at that motion to strike and be like, this is really weak, and that one once more will really put some extra emphasis on XRP's potential to run, and that is all really bullish. Once more, everything is looking bullish right now. I couldn't pick one negative thing, except for maybe the people. I literally have seen a ton of people make, not necessarily videos about this, but comments regarding this, like, don't buy XRP right now, it's too risky, yada, yada, yada. And I should say there's two sides to that story. One is it is quite risky if you look at it from the perspective that it is a crypto right now, which has a lot going for them. They have, for example, a lawsuit, right? So yeah, that is definitely quite a quote unquote risky thing. Then again, I always like to put up the little argument that it's a risk to reward type of thing. With roulette, for example, I like to make that analogy. If we have a 80% of winning and a 20% of losing, if the winning multiplier is like times 7, if the losing multiplier is times 0, where you lose your money, default, then you should always take that bet, right? If you were to do roulette, you have an 80% of winning 7 times your money and a 20% of losing all your money, you would always take that bet because that's worth it. And that's kind of the same thing that I'm feeling here. As if, XRP is having a lawsuit going on, but it's worth it. And this bet I've explained to you guys a ton of times throughout the months here. It's paid off, right? Literally. I don't think anybody is in a loss for XRP right now. But I didn't watch the video properly. I just watched part of it. I saw you guys all comment about it though. I don't think it was as bad as they make it out to be. Because what I've kind of read now into what you guys all think is he's basically said he was wrong in the past, but he warns about volatility. That's not necessarily a bad thing. But the people in the XP community were going completely crazy saying, go dislike, go dislike, go dislike. I would personally say, hey, only dislike if you really dislike it yourself. Don't just dislike because somebody tells you. Because in the end, he might just think it's really scary for you to get into it. And that might be a genuine thing he wants to tell you, right? He might just think, hey, it is really scary right now. It's really volatile. Don't risk it or don't blah, 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 blah. But then again, I would say, don't you think fiat is kind of risky too? Don't you think Ethereum and Bitcoin are kind of risky too with the proof of work? Don't you think the whole China Bitcoin thing is kind of risky? So in the end, it doesn't really make a good argument that it's risky. but you can see it as a nice gesture on his side. I don't really know exactly why he did it, but you guys can see my point of things, right? That you can see it from multiple sections. And once more, if you're wondering, Dusty, are you holding any other coins? I am. I've even made a video a couple months ago explaining what coins I'm really excited about. That changes throughout the road. And as I said before, I do update on Patreon with what new coins I'm buying. But here's a little overview of some coins that I do like if you want it. It's on my freaking channel, right? If you go to the homepage, you'll find it right here. Those are some coins that I really like right now. So you can check that out if you want to. And yeah, man, it's freaking crazy. I see all these targets of $3, $7, all of that. A little bit later, maybe today, I'll actually talk with you guys about some bigger predictions I've been seeing. Not 10,000, not that type of stuff, but like a couple bucks and so. And quickly maybe talk you guys into what I think about those as well. I'll maybe guide you guys through that. Because man, XRP is going completely nutty right now. 172 it is still, right? Let's quickly check the 1 minute chart again on XRP. Oh, I don't know. I just feel a lot of satisfaction just watching this unfold. Singing my little Pump It Up song. For all of you that have never tuned into a stream, you've missed out. And yeah, and generally speaking, again, our target is going to be $2.10. I don't think $2 is going to be too much of a hassle. And these are the big Fibonacci waves or levels, retracement levels, from the big bull run 2017 up till March 2020, the lowest at about 11 cents. I think a lot of people will trade those. Yeah, $3, all that type of stuff. It's going to happen, in my opinion. There's no question in my mind it's going to happen. The only question I will ask is when exactly, and what type of hurdle is going to be seen throughout the road. I don't know. By the way, let me quickly, again, be happy. We can celebrate a little bit with a little bit of iced tea, as you guys know. Be happy, because everything is going well. Even though some people might not be at their last targets for XRP price, we're still on a really good road. XP is up more than 180% over the past week and may have more room to grow up before potential correction. XP right now I'm at a 3-year high at about 172. That's also really crazy if you start to think about it. A week ago on YouTube here, I posted like, oh, we've hit 75 cents. And right now we're at $1.75. Let's see here. 75 cents XRP. Woo! People were really crazy like that about it as well. I'm quickly see. Were the people angry about this? This aged well? No? Okay, good. Good. Luckily nobody was really... I was going to say, sometimes when I post this type of things, people say, yeah, that's going to be the highest it's going to go. Calm down, he said, huh? Calm down, he said, huh? That's pretty freaking funny. I like that all the time. It's back down. Relax. Once more. You see, guys? You see what I'm trying to say here? There's a ton of these people who don't like... Once more. Yeah. We will see this type of stuff all the time. Once more. We'll see this type of stuff all the time. People just saying, Guys, please. I mean, just be happy for a little bit that things are happening. Things are looking a good way. I still think it's going to go way further. It's just trying to celebrate a little medium milestone for a little bit. Again, we're coming back up, picking up the pace. Right now, I can also go put, again, 175 to kind of put a middle finger to some people who said, it's back down, it's coming back down. Because, guys, I'm so extremely bullish on this one. You don't want to know. And, by the way, if you're making money right now, consider and understand it's all you, all right? Don't think it's me making you money right now. Don't think it's me giving you advice. No. It's all you who's making these trades. It's all you who invested into a crypto like this. Congratulations to you, because you're doing a freaking good job, right? That's just what I quickly wanted to say. XRP, man, oh my days, guys. I'm so freaking excited about it. I don't even want... It makes me almost exhausted to keep telling that story, but it is the way it is. And yeah, right now it's soared because of this motion. The motion itself wasn't really that big of a deal though. The 19th motion to intervene might actually be even bigger, even better. And since the price is reflecting the loss of process, I still think the next couple of days are going to be really bullish. Even if we see a correction, that just means more buying for us. And yeah, I think it's going to be really freaking amazing. Guys, that was it for today. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And there's more stuff coming, so make sure you freaking smash that subscribe button for daily crypto updates and the notification bell as well.